But let's go back to our definition of poverty, which includes two key concepts. One, not having money or essentials, for example, a house with running water and electricity. And two, the lack of opportunity, such as not having the access to education or access to bank loans. We would also like to make a distinction between absolute poverty and relative poverty. Absolute poverty was defined as a condition characterized by severe deprivation of basic human needs, including food, safe drinking water, sanitation facilities, health, shelter, education, and information. It depends not only on income, but also on access to services. Relative poverty is the condition in which people lack the minimum amount of income needed in order to maintain the average standard of living in the society in which they live. Relative poverty is considered the easiest way to measure the level of poverty in an individual country. Relative poverty is defined relative, or in comparison, to other members of a society and therefore differs across countries. People are said to be impoverished if they cannot keep up with the standard of living as determined by society. Global poverty statistics. Let's look at some statistics about global poverty. There are 7 billion people in the world today. Over half the world, or more than 3 billion people, live on less than $2.50 per day. At least 80% of the world lives on less than $10 a day. Of the 1.3 billion people who live in absolute poverty, 70% are women. Poverty is a global issue, and examples exist in all countries and even in our own communities. Now that we've looked more in depth at what poverty is, let's reflect back and look at some of the key issues mentioned earlier. Do any of the issues that you care about involve poverty? If so, how? Where are there examples of poverty in your community? If there is any, what actions are being taken to alleviate it? Take a moment to reflect on these questions and write down your thoughts. If you're working with a group, now's the perfect time to talk to your partner.